ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Oh my Lord Krishna, I pray to you, to Art Mother, to Art Father, to Art Krishna, to Art Friend, to Art Knowledge, to Art Wealth, to Art my all, O Lord of Lords. Obedience to Krishna, guide and teacher of the world, son of Vasudeva, chastiser of Kans and Kanra, and Devaki's supreme delight. You are my shelter. You are my God and Father of fathers and Mother of mothers. Today we discuss on the Gita and first chapter of the whole Gita. The present chapter is the introduction to the great teaching delivered to the entire world by God Himself in the form of the Gita, making Arjuna the immediate cause for its delivery. After a recital of the principle various are both sides, it mainly describes Arjuna's dejection caused by faint heartedness from the fear of loss of friend and relative in the course of the impending clash of arms. And such a feeling of rejection help one's spiritual advancement by including versions to worldly enjoyment. If one come in touch with an advanced soul, that is why the chapter has been given the title of Yoga of Dejection of Arjuna. In first chapter, Dhritarashtra interrogates Sanjay about the detail of the war. Thereupon Sanjay describes in the second verse how approaching Dronacharya start his conversation between in the battlefield of Mahabharata. In the third verse, Duryodhana invites Dronacharya to observe the mighty arm of the Pandava and Teutis. Verse 4 to 6 to the recital of the name of the prominent warriors on the Pandava side. In the seventh, asking Dronacharya to know carefully the main warriors and generals of his own army. He gives in verse 8 and night the name of some of them and describe their heroism and skill in warfare. In the 10th verse, declaring his own army as unconquerable and that of the Pandavas as comparatively weaker. In the 11th, he requests all his warriors to guard Bhishma on all sides. The 12th verse speaks of Bhishma blowing his conch, and the 13th describes the noise produced by the sudden blaring forth of conch, cattle drums and trumpet, etc. in the Kaurav army. 14 to 18 verse speak of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, Arjun, Bhishma, Yudhishthir, Nakul, Sahadev, and all other distinguished warriors of Pandav army, blowing their respective conch, and verse 19 tell us of the terrible sound echoing through heaven and earth and rending the heart of Duryodhan and his followers. धृतराष्ट्रवाच धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुत्सव मामकाः पाण्डवाश्चैव किम कुर्वत संजय. Dhritarashtra said, Sanjay, gather on the sacred soil of Kurukshetra, eager to fight. What did my son and the son of Pandu do? Chapter 83 of Purapurav, one Parva, and chapter 53 of Sal Parva of the Mahabharata contain detailed discussions on the sacredness of Kurukshetra. It has been described as bounded by the river Saraswati in the north and the river Drishtavati in the south. It is said that the length and breadth of the area were 5 yojan each, corresponding to 40 miles on each side. The present geographical position of the palace in south of Ambala in Haryana and north to Delhi, a small town named Kurukshetra is even now situated at the place. There is another name, Samanta Panchaka, by which the locality is designed. Satpath, Brahma, and other sacred books mention it as a place where celestials like Agni, Indra, and Brahma perform their austerities. King Kuru also performed several austerities at this very place. Those who die here to go to the higher region after death. For these and similar other regions, Kurukshetra is called a Dharma Kshetra or Punya Kshetra, a holy tract by the world. Manka, my son, Dhrashtraj referred to his 100 sons and all the warriors on his side. And by the word Pandava means son of Pandu. He means the 5 Pandav brother, Yudhishthir and other. All the warriors on their side. The interrogation in the verse so Dhritarashtra desired to know in detail the account of the terrible fight which had raged for 10 days previous to this. How the assembled fighters started the battle, who was matched with whom in the fighting array, and who was killed by whom, on what date and by what means. Dhritarashtra, having really already heard news of a great Bhishma fall in battle, the interrogation can't mean that he had remained wholly ignorant of the battle and therefore wanted to know whether sanctity of the Holy Land or Kurukshetra had reformed the mind of his son, including them to make peace with the Pandavas by consenting to the latter their right to their kingdom. O whether the righteous king Yudhishthir himself, being influenced by the holiness of the dress, had walked out of fight, or whether both the army had till they remained arrayed in battle in their respective position and no fight had yet taken place, or if there had been a fight, what was its result? Sanjay watched. दृष्ट्वा तु पाण्डवानीकं व्यूढं दुर्योधनस्तदा आचार्यम् उपसंगम्य राजा वचनं ब्रवीत. Sanjay said, at that time seeing the army of the Pandava drawn up for battle and approaching, Dronacharya, King Duryodhana, spoke these words. Sanjay referred to Duryodhana as Raja or King. Duryodhana was an eminent hero and a great statesman and were actually running the whole government. It is the nature of sants to show respect to all. And Sanjay was a man of saintly character. An epithet of respect applied to the son would bring pleasure to Dhritarashtra's heart. Pandav army had been arrayed in such a peculiar manner that its very sight startled Duryodhana, and in an anxious mood he hastened himself to inform Dronacharya about it. His ideas was that after an examination of the formation of the Pandav army, the great teacher of military science, Drona, would advise Bhishma, the chief commander, to form a battle array which would be better and more impregnable than that of the Pandava army. Though the grand old man Bhishma was the chief commander of the Kaurava army, the position which Guru Dronacharya held in that army was also very high and responsible in an army. The position allotted to a commander must be maintained by him. He can't quit his position without throwing the army into disorder. Therefore, though exercising authority of the king Duryodhana, considered it better to go to Dronacharya himself rather than summon the Acharya to him and thus remove him from his allotted place in the army. Over and above this, Dronacharya was old in age and advanced in knowledge, and being the teacher of the Guru was worthy of respect and honor. Again, Duryodhana had to use the Acharya as an instrument for serving his own selfish end. For this as well, It was desirable to secure to goodwill of the Tsar by proper exhibition of honor. From the spiritual point of view, it is one's duty to show humility and respect to one's conduct toward over every other being, knave in policy, as well a shrewd and clever man in other, to get his purpose served, show respect to other. From all this point of view, it was but meet and proper of Duryodhan to go to Dwachar himself. Approaching Dwachar, what Duryodhan said is states Pasyatam Panduputraram Acharya Mahatim Chamumam Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tava Sisena Dhimata